Hello and welcome to today's collective reading. My name is Leah and I am a tarot and oracle hobbyist. I started reading for myself and I have not stopped. I have not dropped the cards and forgot about them. There were times that I did and I just went back because I fell in love and I never fell out of love. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway, welcome. It's a love reading and I am really excited to bring you today's reading. The general collective is for many different individuals who all align with this very similar, if you will, story, right? This setting, right? I read energy, and all of us have energy that we embody, whether it's our natural, authentic energy or energy that others have given us. And we don't realize that we have it tied to our identity, but in reality, we don't need that to be tied to us. We don't need to think that whatever that is us. I love to be able to separate and redefine and reanalyze and really look at what it is that you are currently embodying. I also love manifestations and I try really hard to get, I try so hard, I don't know. Yo, this Mercury retrograde got me going all over. But yes, if you don't know yet, this is the second Mercury retrograde of 2024. We have one more. This one is from the 4th, I believe, to the 27th of August. And I am reading in August 2024. So if you are, matching with me in the current flow of time, you're in Mercury retrograde. So there are some different things you need to be more cautious on before you make action with whatever intention that you are kind of embodying, right? So there is definitely messages, like I channel also with the divine upstairs. I love to spread message of love, and especially love that you can kind of grow from, especially in places where you're like, I have a lot of lack in here and I suck. Instead, I try to help you find how you rock and how you're so awesome from your authenticity, because that is the key of what I try to focus on for you. So anyway, long story short, welcome. I have laid some cards down on the table. Some flipped over and some not. So the ones that are face up is the cloud of pentacles. You know what I mean? That's not even a card. But anyway, interesting though, the clouds. This makes me think of how when people go watching the clouds, like I don't know if you've ever looked at a cloud and you're like, wow, that looks like, a bunny, that looks like someone's face. I'm getting that our reading today for love with you is looking at how you can, like, I guess more than anything, what is your perception of love right now? Because there is I'm getting different internal perceptions from different parts of your emotional full embodiment, right? We feel so many different emotions. Some of them are more relevant, some are more of a priority, some are more loud, some are more quiet. But all in all, we're always feeling emotions, right? Even if you don't want to be feeling, that's what makes such like human beings so incredible, is that we are able to intellectualize our feelings. We're able to understand why we are feeling certain feelings. And also, there are different ways to see new opportunities, new growth, with looking at your feelings in a different way, right? Honoring your feelings in a different way. That's what's really coming out. We got Ace of Cups too. This is, I don't know if you've ever seen High School Musical, but when Troy Bolton and Gabrielle, not Union, that's an actress from my home state of Nebraska, but Gabrielle, I forget her last name, But they sang the song like, oh, the start of something new feels so right to be here with you, yeah. And I'm pretty sure it was like a karaoke song. Like they're in this contestant show and they kind of like fell in love with each other accidentally. Like it was kind of love at first sight, but it was more from both of them just doing it. I mean, not in a perverted way. No, 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 no. I mean, singing karaoke. Like, have you seen High School Musical? There's no nothing. It is PG, baby. PG, okay? Let's keep our minds PG. Even though we're talking about love, like, love can get rated X really quickly, PG 13, rated R, PG. I'm getting that's also something that is needing to be looked at with this reading is how intense are you about rating your love life? Like, is it G, PG, PG 13? Is it rated R? Is it rated X? Is it not? Is it unrated? You know, like there's something about kind of playing around and seeing what are the different possibilities, what are the different avenues that you can take now, because I had this very beautiful sentence in my mind, and it was something about like, when you reach one dead end, there's always going to be so many different opportunities, so many different possibilities, so many different paths that open up when you don't look. Like you're like, okay, this is a dead end, right? And so you're like leaving this, you know, you're letting go. Because I'm getting that with romance and everything. You, something about you were like, how would I put this? The way that you were intending on romance, like taking action with the intention involving romance, like your love life, there's something about now it's needing to kind of change the game that you're playing, if you will. Like imagine you're playing a video game and you're switching the game up. No longer is it Pokemon, but it's like Mario Kart. Like I'm not really into video games as much as I need to get into it, but like there's something about that power of choice, because that's also with the Wheel of Fortune, right? The power of choice can really allow you to embody this emotion that I'm getting is like, I don't know if it's a new opportunity or maybe it's an opportunity from a source, from a person, from this way of dating or this way of, yeah, I guess like dating, because it's like dating's a way where you take action based off of the intention of romance, off of love, right? So like, how do you date, right? In the past, you dated a certain way, but now there's some kind of like, within this one area of dead end that you're like, this is not even going to give me any type of satisfaction, right? There's actually a lot of different avenues, a lot of different paths that will lead to the embodiment that you'll be able to feel in the current moment from the area where you're like, this is a dead end, right? But also the thing with it being a dead end is you needed to let go, you needed to leave in order to grow, right? So there was a reason why it turned out to be a dead end. And that's also what is really coming out to be like, okay, that's really important to focus on too with the World. Okay, so these are the cards that were laid out. We have the World, we have Wheel of Fortune, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and we have the Four of Cups. But in reality, I'll just lay them out because it's really important to see in terms of the people in the cards where they are kind of turning their attention, right? So if you can see with the Knight of Cups and also the Page of Swords, they're both looking at the Ace of Cups, right? So it's that embodiment of energy. And I'm getting that it's way more authentically you in this embodiment than previously. So there's something about it's when you choose to make like a radical change in any moment that you are literally in the current moment of now is the time to make that radical change, okay? And know that however long time goes by until you make that decision, you need that time, okay? That time is for you to grow, to know you, right? Because that radical change comes from the connection of trust within your intuition, within your ego, within your child self that lived through all those different things that conditioned you to look at life a different way. Like, I mean, your childhood is really a great way also to see how it is that you are with your romance, like how it is that you are with dating, right? What you think is acceptable, what you think is not acceptable, what is of your standard, what is not of your standard, the boundaries you need, everything that you need in order for you to have a very strong foundation when it comes to dating and staying true to yourself will be within shadow work, will be within going back to different past experiences that shaped you into who you are right now. The incredible human being that is doing this, you right now, like you have so much golden opportunities within you, right? And it's within something about trusting that even if you get hurt, it's to show and it's to strengthen and connect you more to yourself, right? Because the more that you have compassion with yourself, the more that you have patience with yourself, the more you might feel more inclined to like give different things a try, right? If you're rushing, if you're panicking, if you're like, I'm never gonna find, the person of my dreams, you're like so focused on like finding them, you're missing like you. Like instead of finding you, you're trying to focus on finding someone else where you think like they're gonna fulfill you in this like emotional way, where if you were able to fulfill yourself first and connect to your authentic self and have compassion for yourself in the authentic self, or in the authentic sense, that will be able to give you that stability. And also you'll still be able to find whoever it is that is like, the outside person. But first we got to get to that place where you have that good connection with your internal person, your authenticity. Because also when it comes to energy, it's about learning the energy that is for you and energy that is releasing, like for releasing, right? You keep energy, you hold on to it, you might even identify with it, and also you can release it, you can let go of it, you can cut ties with it. And this is all through the radical change. It's all through in the moment of any current moment where you focus, okay? Because that's your focus is literally so key on if you're going to be able to get to understand what you need to release and to change, to make that radical change. Because how do you know what you need to change in the radical sense until you understand where you are right now, right? And what you need to change right now, right? Because always, every single day, we are like evolving, we're changing our perspective based off of yesterday's experience. And sometimes yesterday can be really intense and it can damage you, it can wound you in the emotional sense, and you don't realize that those emotional past wounds are still tied to your current embodiment, which ties you back to the past, which has you repeating different cycles of people that you were once like connected to, that you're trying to release, right? All through coming back to you now. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you see that? That shocks me. I'm shocked. I'm easily whoa. Sorry, okay. Anyway. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Star. right? That inspiration. Something about finding gratitude, finding gratitude and appreciation for your past experiences that have led you to the like emotional fulfillment that you want to feel again. I'm getting something about like harmony, right? Has it been a minute since you felt that internal emotional harmony? Me too, right? That's a constant work, but there's something about it's like this very beautiful balance when you let go of caring for matter that just isn't yours to carry, and you start to caring for matter that is for you to carry about, right? Yeah. Because there's a lot of different things that is in your mind that is tying you to your identity, that is tying you to your perspective of your reality that just is not actually yours. Can you believe that? I could not. I was like so shocked. I had to put my mouth up. Like my mouth was shocked like this. And I went like this. Like, oh my gosh, I need to do this because this is shocking. It is, yeah, like y'all will master the dating game through and through. Like you will start to feel more comfortable doing different things that will also allow you to meet, okay, imagine this, to meet people that previously you were like, I can't even meet that standard of person. Like they're so incredible. Now you're like, of course I can meet that. I'm just as incredible as they are. There's something about, yeah, like when you, okay, when you find some kind of inspiration, right? When you find someone that catches your eye in the dating game, there's something about, more than anything, what I'm getting is taking time within yourself and understanding what it is that you need to see. Whoa, okay, I swear the screens get me all funky. Interesting, okay. Yes, ooh, okay, what's yours to carry, right? Like that's kind of the homework right now, everyone, is something about if you feel comfortable, because also when you go to the past, you got to make sure that you have some kind of anchor in the present to get yourself back to the present, okay? Let me actually share a couple of different ways I get back to the present when I go on a little time traveling trip, right? Yeah, you can time travel in your mind, whoa, to the past, right? I love to breathe. I know it's like, really? Yeah, right? I love breathing. I love to inhale, you know. I kind of do right now 8 seconds. Sometimes I can't get to 8 seconds, but I do deep breaths, inhale, exhale, however many seconds you want, you know. I like to do like at least 3. That allows me to get my senses, like get my third eye, get my mind back to my physical senses, my 5 senses, touch, sight, smell, feel. I don't know what my senses are, whatever, you know what I mean. So you're like 5 senses, right? I also love to take a shower if I can, or wash my hands with soap and salt. Like that is a game changer in essence of cleansing your aura. Like soap and salt, crazy for me. When I discovered it, I was like, I've just discovered Pandora's box. What is this? And then another thing I love to do is take a walk outside, or put my feet on grass, you know, or even just kind of stomp my feet on the ground. Stamp it. That's right. Good imprint. But there's something about allowing yourself to still be able to come back to the present moment when you go to the past will allow you to feel that safety, like I got this taken care of. Because there are some times where you might be going to the past and you kind of get stuck, right? You might be embodying some different internal energies that you're like, oh, I have like embodied these energies before. I've gotten different experiences that I don't really enjoy. You know what I mean? So it's those different embodiments that are what to release, are what to not focus on anymore, right? It's like you have to do a manual override and just say, not saying that you shouldn't feel these emotions, right? Because that's the other thing, is you have to embody the emotions to release it. So that's something about when you feel these like past embodiments come up when it comes to romance. There's something about needing to take a step back, still be in the present moment, but more so kind of like analyze the past without getting tied in your current identity or your current perspective of your reality, so that there's no kind of bridge that is like Bridge to Terabithia or whatever that movie was, where it's like the past and present are kind of connecting, right? When it comes to that bridge, in order for you to be like fully in the present moment, you got to keep working on kind of disconnecting the bridge, more than anything, to kind of be free in the present. Because when you have those connections with the past, when you have those bridges with the past, you're still embodying the past while embodying the present. And it's really like kind of, I'm getting some kind of tear also, right, with your perception. And there's something about like a tapestry being woven. And the more that you release the past, or the more you release identifying with past experiences, the more it's easier for you to decide in the present what you want to kind of like experience in the future, right? Because you're more cleared out with the present. You know, you've gone through your wardrobe and you realized, I have a lot of different clothes that I don't connect with anymore, that I can get rid of. That one, you have open space to see what really you do like. And two, okay, you have open room, you have more space to bring in what you do like, what you do right now resonate with. It's kind of like you're catching yourself up through the releasing. We have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Something about, yeah. Like the past. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Going back to the past, right? There are different areas where you were starting to, I don't know if it's like commit, like you were working on some kind of project, something, and it's something about you, your focus, you were not focused enough for you to keep doing whatever you were doing, right? Something about needing to dedicate, needing to commit, which, like, you've seeded this type of growth, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, because it's like when you go back to wherever it was that you, like, you stopped committing, you stopped dedicating, you stopped putting your time and energy into, right? I'm getting more so in terms of mindset, perspective, ideas with the swords, being more internal decision making, right? Something about within that impatience, you will see that there has been a lot of growth, a lot of abundance in those different areas where you were once kind of very impatient with. We have the Eight of Swords and we have strength. and it fell like this on top with the Seven of Swords in between, right? Look where the Seven of Swords is looking for the Eight of Swords, right? Like knowing that these different situations where you didn't dedicate, you didn't kind of commit fully like you said you were, there's a lot of courage and a lot of confidence within you, right? It's still waiting to be tapped into, because this is all through, like, me reading this means either you have started it or you are working through it, or you're going to start if you want to, right? Because this is all based off of your power of choice. Okay, this is just me foretelling. This is a future possibility if you can get your mindset, if you can get yourself to some kind of, I'm getting some kind of like mature, wise, harmonious way of interacting with dating, like interacting with others in the intention of dating, right? So that you can make sure that you're 100% for you, even if other people aren't for you, right? Because also with dating, you got to stay true to yourself. And sometimes different partnerships or collaborations, if you will, or different boyfriends or girlfriends or partners, special people, don't work out, because you also are evolving as a person, right? And so you're going to realize through different experiences what really will help you feel more you and what really won't, you know, what hinders you from feeling your authenticity, from helping you embody it. Because also you got to be safe first and foremost to be able to have that like trust, like, okay, it's okay to be authentic. Because when you are choosing to be authentic, you are choosing to be different. You are choosing to step out and say, I am different for a reason, and that is exactly what I need to be. You know what I mean? Because it is startling for other people, since we live in a society where so many people want to be just like other people that they are inspired by, but they don't realize that it's actually a perception of their own reflection of self. So if you are inspired, if you're like, oh my gosh, this person is so attractive, like if you get envious, right? Like totally fair, but there's something within you, right, that you can look at and you're like, no, no, no. There's no need for me to be envious of another person when I am exactly who I need to be, right? They just have some kind of quality that inspires me. Oh yeah, let's get inspired, you know? Let's see what we like, because it's also, just because I'm embodying energy in my own way doesn't mean that you can't embody energy in your way that's like mine. You know, we're similar in our authenticities, but it's our choosing to embody it in the way we embody it, in the way that we are when we embody, that really sets the kind of, I don't know, like the difference in anything, right? Because yeah, the more comfortable that you are embodying your authenticity, the more authentic your life will be, the more satisfied at the end of the day you will be, because you realize the more that you let go of what doesn't work for you, the more that you let flow what will work for you, right? The more you're free to explore. Okay, we got the devil in this bunch, and I love it, because that is a good sure sign that something's cooking. All right, we got the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands, we have the Devil, and we have the Five of Cups. So, the past. Look at that little past card coming out there, right? The Five of Cups. This is the bottom. Actually, this is the top, right? So this is like the energy that's being entered first. The first door that you will enter is the Five of Cups. You're sad. You're like looking at what didn't work, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a disaster. But and I say it with a huge but in the way, okay? There's 2 cups. That is right set up. And those are the 2 cups that are seeding this embodiment of 10 of Pentacles. Knowing that you got all your means met, you got all your needs met, you got all your desires met, and you can give to other people. The next door you're entering is the Devil, right? Fear itself. Fear is an emotion. It's an embodiment. And with any embodiment that you ever feel, you can choose to release it. And that is what I'm getting with the Devil popping up. Is there's something about dealing with the past, dealing with what didn't work out in your dating life, right? And there's something about how it kind of brings you down this rabbit hole, this Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. Like the 5 of Cups is kind of like the white rabbit leading you down the rabbit hole, right? Down to an embodiment that is lower than when you first started. Kind of think about the 5 of Cups, but it's also bringing you to the past. It's also bringing you to the reality of when you experience the 5 of Cups. So in actuality, y'all are time traveling. Like I said, I love bringing it up because, like, really though, it's crazy how often we time travel and we're still here. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. So there's something about finding some kind of courage, finding some kind of internal leader, right, for yourself, being a leader for you, and being like, okay, wait a minute, hold up, let me put my finger on it, okay? Is this the path I want to be going down? Is this the embodiment that I want to be feeling? No? Okay. Let's choose to release, right? Let's choose to find a way to bring ourselves back to the present moment, ground ourselves, know we're safe, know our foundation is stable, right? And then allowing yourself through that safety, embody the fear, right? Embody whatever is coming with the 5 of Cups and take over the kind of storyline that you're telling yourself about yourself, right? I am compassionate. I have so many unconditional and loving people in my life. You know, remind yourself the different things that you have done to remind yourself. Like, how would I put this? Reminding yourself of the embodiment that you worked so hard at understanding how to embody in the current moment of whenever you embodied. That's like kind of like, how would I put this? It like helps you see, it helps you realize that your reality has a lot of different seeds of growth that already has happened, a lot of different prosperous avenues. Like you are prosperous, like you are abundant, and it allows you to be able to be like, okay, it's not so dire, like we're not in such post-apocalyptic times, you know, right? Because also, I don't know if you've watched Mad Max, but when Furiosa has the seed, right? She has the seed, and it allows her to keep this motivation of what it is, like her dream to keep moving forward, right? And the seed is given to her by her mom. And it's beautiful because it shows that connection. It shows the strength that a connection to love, that it can kind of give you, right? So what I'm, I guess, trying to say, point blank, period, is reforming and reconnecting with yourself in a connection that allows you to embody what it is that you do want to embody in the future, is going to be absolute key right now to focus on, right? Especially if you are dating right now, okay? If you are single, and even if you're with someone, okay? It's all about getting to know you, right? Yes, you're with someone else, but that someone else needs to be looking at themselves, right? No one has enough information, enough power to be able to handle the responsibility of making sure someone else is good when they themselves need to be looking at themselves first, right? Until you know that you are harmonious, until you know you're balanced, keep looking at yourself. Keep looking at how you can balance yourself in the present moment, in the current time, in the current day, any day that is today, because that is the day you can make those radical changes. But first, you got to understand, what do you need to change by where you're at right now, by what energies you're embodying right now. Okay, sweet. What a wonderful reading. My goodness, that was a story to tell. I really do appreciate your presence, your authenticity, your energy. It is crucial in this world, and I hope I can help support you, and I hope that I can, support you and meet you where you're at. And I'm just honored, always honored. I love it. It's a dream come true for me to be able to read for you. So thank you for joining me. I will see you in another video. And if you don't know yet, you should know this. Your authenticity is so crucial for my world, for my reality, and especially for you, for your world and your reality. Remember to take care of yourself, right? Remember to give yourself the love and appreciation and focus that you give so many other people and have yet to give yourself today, okay? Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a little love hug. Yeah, you matter. You matter. Bye.